So I thought it would be nice to show you how I achieve some of the effects on these designs. So realistically, when you look at these, I'm just going to cut over to Ed Cam. Here's Mr. Ed. Let's go in there and have a really good look. So when you look at these, you can see which is going to take longer to do than the other. This is very similar to what Autumn and Hayley have been doing with the leaf tip, but I didn't actually use a leaf tip. I used a plain tip. This one here is much more ornate. I know everyone's using the word Lambeth at the moment. It's the sort of in thing, isn't it, that's coming. So I always say our cakes are kind of Lambeth inspired rather than trying to be, you know, the Lambeth thing, because everything is different. This almost looks like a little face. I can imagine some chocolate faces and a happy smile there. So this is the haircut. So as you can see here, this is like a trellis style piping. This one here kind of just went off on one, shall we say, and used different textures. But one thing they have all in common on both of these is I use a foundation. You see in there, getting there, Ed? You can see the layering, that it's a darker icing and then coming out to, and I've got all food colour on my fingers already. So yeah, let's make a start on this. If Hayley wants to come and join me and bring her stool.
Did you use the cups that the eggs are sitting in to inspire your color palette? Because I see that they match beautifully with the cup that they're resting in.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, they're the only mugs I could find for the day I was doing it.
That would fit just right, okay.
So I was kind
of match so well.
Forced to match them. Do you want a chair?
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing having chairs there, to be fair.
Well, you can have a go at doing some piping.
Okay, yeah.
It's up to you, unless you want to stand, you know, whatever you want to do. So, yeah, no, it was, I just felt, I always, my mum loves daffodils. You always think of Easter as a time of daffodils and yellows and things. So I kind of was thinking of Mum when I first did this. My mum's 87. She may be watching. Love you, Mum. We all love you. And my mum is the reason that I do what I do, because I was watching her since I was a little boy, and she's still baking, isn't she now? So it's fantastic. So yeah, yellow was the theme, but there again, there's nothing to say. Let's look at this one, for example, that we've got an Easter egg with some, a mug, shall we say, with these shades of colour on. So there's nothing to say that we couldn't put piping on in the colour to suit. You'll note with the egg, if you look at this egg, it's kind of oval but not fully rounded. So when we put it in the cup, it kind of slips around. So note here, there's some icing around the edges to secure your cup into place. And depending on the amount of detail and the amount that I guess that someone wants to spend out on, it basically means that I may do a finer detail, say like on this cake, or just a basic piping shell. So as well as being cosmetic, as well as being attractive, this is very cosmetic because this is royal icing and it's securing the egg to the cup. So we're hoping it's not going to fall over. So if you're doing Easter eggs for this coming weekend, there's different mediums that you might want to do them in. I've done these in royal icing simply because I want it to keep, and the royal icing will set like cement and it will survive the summer months with this, because I've actually, get me that can of lacquer, Ed. I've actually sprayed these with some gloss varnish, and it's just regular DIY varnish, so I can't eat them. But from a display point of view in our studio, which is hot, that's going to stop them from melting. If you have a storefront and you want to display chocolate goods and the summer's coming, I found this is a cool way to actually put some varnish, sprayed it outside, sort of on a nice sunny day. So they can't be eaten, but that retains the sheen on them. They won't bloom. So that's another good little tip. Okay, Hayley's going to take the camera, and this is the way we're going to be.
It's bot cam now.
It's bot cam. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at the eggs. I'm going to take them off, and we're just going to address it sort of one at a time on another egg as well. So if you're looking at this one here, if you want to zoom in, you can just manually zoom what we're doing, yeah. I've just basically taken, a piping tip, which is this one here, and it's just a small star tip.
Yeah.
But depending on the manufacturer will determine what number it is, which we always find super confusing. So let's just put these out the way for a minute. You can kind of follow what I'm doing. So there you go, take that to there, and we'll just pop that there. Right, I'm just going to press that button and we're back here. So let's secure our Easter egg to a cup.
You don't need me now then, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless you don't want to be here.
I mean, you don't need egg cam, I mean.
No, well, yeah, it's good because,
okay.
we've got this one up here.
Oh, okay, that's brilliant.
But that's a more static one, and then you're there, and so 3 camera angles.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay,
I went to Mum's the other day, and she had this in her cupboard. Isn't it beautiful? She puts olives in it when she has her little dinner parties with her friends. So I said, this is going to be a really cool idea to put the Easter egg in, because not only, we'll go to a Hayley cam, Bop cam, not only do I have an egg to decorate, I can actually pipe on the glass, which is super. So let's do what Autumn just did, but on this, and maybe you want to fly over me, Hayley, and just do a bird's eye point of view. Do you want, you can just get in close here? Yeah.
I'm not going to be in your way.
No. It's okay. It's okay. So if I centralise this in the middle, I can actually use the turntable to spin this. So let's just make sure that that's in the middle. There we go. And I'm just going to do what Autumn did before. So that technique that she's applied, I am applying here. And there again, she used it. Sorry for calling you she, Autumn. Autumn used it as a foundation to put the flowers on it. I'm going to use it as glue. So let's pop our egg in here. I'm just going to this camera so you can see and you can relax, Hayley. Okay. And you can see what brand it is. It's our favourite Cadbury's egg.
So would you put that right up, Dave, or would you put it slightly on an angle?
Well, that's an interesting one. Hayley's saying do a level it or do a tilt it like that. So that's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you were going to put a greeting on it, it might be nice to tilt it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can have it just levelled. So do you want a tilted one tonight?
Yeah, let's do a tilted because the others are quite straight up, aren't they?
Now, royal icing, you don't want to put this in the refrigerator. So you might say, well, it's a hot day. Autumn's back. Hello, Autumn.
Yes, okay. I am back.
We lost Autumn for a brief moment, but nobody knew except us. And this is the sort of thing that's going to happen, but the show has to go on, okay? So just saying to you, Autumn, we're embracing what you did when you did your fantastic cake. And I've just put along the edge here this effect. So I did the piping. We're using this as glue. So I'm going to invite the ladies to sort of chat with me and give your take on if we were going to do this, say, with a different medium. So I've done this with royal icing, as I say, and it'll set like cement, fantastic. But from a client's point of view, they may want real chocolate. They may want ganache. I think ganache should be a good alternative.
Yes.
Autumn?
I think it probably would depend on the weight of the egg. The egg that you're using is a pretty heavy one, and so chocolate would work really well. Again, climate has to be considered, so a good stiff royal icing would work really well.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And then the ratio of your chocolate when you're doing a ganache, the ratio of chocolate to cream is different with each white, milk and dark.
Wow.
So I would most probably do like a 3-to-1 ratio on your dark chocolate.
Brilliant.
Or even 4-to-1, so 400, like 100 grams of chocolate to 25 grams of cream.
Fantastic.
So it's just about finding the balance and what you want to do with what's the aim, what's the end game of the egg. what is it that you want from it.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Because if this had to travel, say I was creating this for someone and they were taking it, say, down to London or in a car, whatever, we'd have to really make sure that the egg's not going to fall off it. So even if they wanted most of the decoration in chocolate, it might be worth embracing the likes of royal icing as a glue scenario.
And also if you are using a cup of, I mean, this is a beautiful cup that we can see through, so you wouldn't be able to put anything in there, but what you could do is you could marry it with some mini eggs.
Yeah.
So put the mini eggs in, add the colour, and then you've got some kind of like fun element. Once if they do want to eat the egg, then they can crack it open, and then you've got the mini eggs on the base. But my idea was to make sure that that cup is well and truly weighed down.
Okay.
Because if it was to be knocked in transit, you're not going to have the weight there, but if there's something in it, you can weigh it down.
Yeah, but that's a kind of cool magic surprise now.
It is, yeah.
I love that.
I'll put some lights in it and everything, mate.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it?
So what we could do, just to secure this even more, is take our palette knife, if we want, and just go around that. And I've tilted the knife up, and that's going to really give it a bit of a
foundation.
I'm just, we're not eating this, okay? So we're just demonstrating. If this was for a client, I would not be wiping it on my hands. It's just, I haven't got a bowl. I don't know where the bowl is to hand.
So I'm just going to get you one.
And I need a cloth as well. Okay, so you can see that I've stuck it down. Now this allows me to maybe go a little bit further with the piping on this one. So let's just do something a little bit more adventurous.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I think there again, and bearing in mind that the actual cup is very ornate. The glass is very ornate. So let's make the piping on this one a little bit ornate as well.
Quite hard, aren't they?
So Ed, when you're ready, if I can do a cam for me, that'd be fantastic. So Ed's just literally going to stand behind me and just get everything on here, which is going to be fantastic. Thank you very much. Here we go. Sorry, can I move that from there? Bless you.